Oh, you still trading on a free app? Damn, that's cute. Yeah. Out here flexing on some paper gains like that's loot. You ain't got it. I pull 6 figs before I'm even out of bed. What you got? Your bag holding options at a damn near dead. You see me rolling in the Benz, you wonder how. Why you selling your soul for a couple hundred now? I'm stacking chips, flipping options like it's a game. Too easy. You're out here chasing dreams, man, you're lame. I see you panic, selling, stressing, praying for a bounce. Meanwhile, I just shorted and I'm stacking big amounts. You're refreshing your screen, wiping sweat off your face. I just bought another watch just to fuck with my pace. You broke, I'm up, we ain't the same. Yeah, you know it. We trade for survival, I trade for the game. What's that? You flexing 100, that's minimum wage. Shit for real? I just made your whole salary, now back to my trade. Get that money, stack it high, don't play. Yeah, run it. I make more in a minute than you make in a day. Flipping stocks while you stuck in your grind. Out here, I'm out here balling, you just falling behind. Watch me rise, like you just sit and complain. Watch me, I'm in the fast lane, you stuck in the rain. I'm cashing in moves while you out here just waiting. Still waiting, get your money right, or keep on just hating. Oh, you bought some cars, man, that's cute, you're still a rookie. Yeah, you know, I'm out here making 6 figs while you acting all lucky. You chasing that pump, thinking you're on top. You ain't fooling nobody. I'm shorting your whole portfolio, watch it drop. You tryna flip pennies, but your game is weak. Weak as hell. I make moves that make your whole account look bleak. So sad, you out here acting like you know the game. Looking lost, but you're buying at the top, looking lame. Keep watching, I'm breaking records, stacking fast. You mad? You stuck holding bags when I'm living life fast. Slow. You buy at the peak, now you crying for a dip. Sucker. Meanwhile, I'm stacking bags while I sip on my 5th. You thought you had a strategy, thought you had a plan. Clown. But you just a kid, I'm the grown man. I'm blowing up the market, you're just another clown. Trap. While you fighting for crumbs, I'm breaking it down. You're broke, I'm up, we ain't the same. Yeah, yeah. You trade for survival, I trade for the game. What's up? You flexing 100, that's minimum wage. You broke. I just made your whole salary, now back to my trade. Get that money, stack it high, don't play. Yeah, run it. I make more in a minute than you make in a day. Flipping stocks while you stuck in your grind. Out here, I'm out here balling, you just falling behind. Watch me ride, you just sit and complain. Watch me, I'm in the fast lane, stuck in the rain. I'm cashing in moves while you're out here just waiting. Still waiting, get your money right, or keep on just hating.
Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother. Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Matt Kohrs Show, where I am willing to go out on the edge and say, we are back. I don't know if you've had your cup of coffee yet. I don't know if you've checked your phone, seen what's going on with the markets, but there is a lot of green. Obviously, the markets, for one reason or another, is it because of excitement for Nvidia earnings? Is it because of the State of the Union? Or is it just because it's a fun hump day? I don't know why, but it is green, green, green across the board. We are looking good. So, of course, we're going to be breaking that all down. But I do want to remind you, getting an extra cup of coffee today. I was in the Discord. I was feeling a little lethargic. Everyone was sounding a little lethargic. Get yourself an extra cup of coffee. Get a little bit more caffeine in your system, because we might have a beautiful money-making day in front of us. So I want you guys to be ready, caffeinated, motivated, something else that ends in aided here, because that would make this whole thing sound a little bit better. But I myself have not had enough coffee, so I can't come up with a really cool thing to really tie those 3 statements together. But here's my job today. I'm going to be breaking down what's going on. We're going to be listening to some of the major clips from the State of the Union last night. For those of you living under a rock, you might have missed the fact that President Trump of the United States gave his State of the Union address last night to basically everyone powerful and in politics and the U.S. hockey team and all that good stuff. So interesting things said. I want to be breaking that down. We got the poll results on it, and you're going to be surprised on the approval/disapproval of the speech. And then a little bit of economic talk, a little bit of earnings talk. I'm going to prep you up for Nvidia. Then we're going to get to the market open, and fingers crossed, knock on wood, we're we're going to be making some dinero today. So I do appreciate you guys joining me at the crack of dawn. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, whether you're watching on Rumble or YouTube or Facebook or MySpace or whatever you're watching on. Maybe you're just doing a little bit of voyeurism. Maybe you're just watching me through my window. And even if you're doing that, don't forget to like, subscribe, share the link with your grandma. And with that being said, let's switch this up. Stock futures inch higher ahead of key earning results from Nvidia. So yes, we are going to be circling back to that, but we are looking good. The SPY is above the high of yesterday. The Qs are above the high of yesterday. Russell is above the high of yesterday. Silver is popping, and Nvidia is above the high of yesterday. So across the board, as of this moment, and yes, in the market, things do change very quickly, but as of this moment, things are green, green, green. So I'm going to be circling back to that, but first, key takeaway from Trump's State of the Union address. The president defended his leadership in speech to Congress infused with patriotism. Now, very quickly, for those of you who paid attention to it or maybe saw the clips of it, very quickly, if you could give me an idea of where you're up. Did you like it? Did you agree with it? Thumbs up. Did you dislike it? Did you disagree with it? Thumbs down. Before I want to give you the other poll numbers and get into some of these major clips that were played, I kind of want to get an idea of where you guys were at and your thoughts and opinions of it. So if you very, very quickly could just give me thumbs up. Did you agree? Were you like, yep, this was good? Or did you disagree and you're like, nah, this was bad and he didn't say the right stuff? So it was epic. Thumbs up, down. Down, thumbs up, American flag, I guess that's agree, loved it, chose not to watch, hey, that's fine too. Okay, interesting a little bit. Okay, so I would say you guys are more so thumbs up in here. There are some thumbs down. So I'm going to give it 2/3, 1/3, that type of a deal. All right, so the reason I'm asking you that is because we already got the poll results. Breaking, reaction to Trump's State of the Union speech. And once again, this poll is from CNN, which would obviously be against Trump. And even in their own poll as of 7:16 this morning, positive was about 2/3 and negative was about 1/3, which is pretty much the exact breakdown that I'm seeing from you guys in here. And I just want to highlight this is from CNN. So obviously, maybe we wouldn't trust the data as much if it came from more of a right-leaning publication or news source such as Fox. This is from CNN, obviously outspokenly against Trump. And even in their own poll, it was 2/3 supporting it, 1/3 not supporting it. So I kind of wanted to get going with that. And yes, we're going to get into some of these major takeaways. You know what? Let's start off here because this might be a little bit of a better way to explain kind of what played out last night. President Donald Trump delivered a nearly 2-hour State of the Union address last night, Tuesday, starting at 9 p.m. It went very late. In fact, it was the longest State of the Union address on record, focusing largely on the economy that he declared was set to boom. The president's speech came as he sees his poll numbers on the economy plummet ahead of the 2026 midterms, which loom less than 9 months away. Those elections threaten to take control of the Congress from Republicans and Trump's control of Washington along with it. Most likely it will go that way, but that's also just the natural movement of the political pendulum. Generally, one of the two halves gets into full power. People are there for a couple of years. The average voter realizes their life hasn't improved that much, so then they go for the other one. And that's just the pendulum back and forth. This really isn't that abnormal. But anyway, 401ks for everybody. My administration will give these oft-forgotten American workers, great people, the people that built our country, access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker. We will match our contribution with up to $1,000 each year. Kind of the same vibe as the Trump accounts, but you can see what he's trying to do is get a lot more Americans to be actively involved in the stock market. Number 2, Trump reiterates his call to bar private equity from gobbling up homes. I'm asking Congress to make the ban permanent because homes for people, really, that's what we want. We want homes for people, not corporations. Corporations are doing just fine. I 100% agree with this, but I do want to highlight an interesting fact that corporations really don't own that many percentage-wise. A lot of private real estate is owned by individuals. Corporations don't really get into the double-digit numbers. So I kind of want to clarify the severity of the problem, if that makes sense. But once again, it is still a problem, and I fully agree with getting corporations out of private real estate ownership. The economy is doing great, Trump says. Trump said the economy is roaring like never before. It depends what part of the economy you're looking at. Yes, certain things are doing better. Wages are up for everyone except for the bottom 10%. Real estate has been kind of going sideways. The stock market is obviously up. Gasoline is down. But certain things such as electricity, meat, coffee, those are actually up. Inflation is coming down. Unemployment is slightly up. So is it roaring? I don't know if I would give it that word. I would say if we looked at all the major measures, there are more good things than bad things, but it's not exclusively good. It's not exclusively bad. It depends the part of the economy you look at. But once again, if you were to cumulatively, weight all the things and then add it up, it probably is more on the positive side than on the negative side. Democrats offer some, but not explosive resistance in the chamber. We're going to be circling back to that. There are some explosive clips I want to show you. Trump mostly keeps the speech domestic, talking a lot about the U.S. and the economy. Of course, he got a little bit into the trade wars and tariffs and that type of stuff. So we're going to even circle back a little bit there. So that's, according to CNBC, the major takeaways. What I want to show you are some of these clips, just so you guys can get a certain sense for, I suppose, the tonality and what was said, what was not said. So this very first one, doubling down on tariffs.
As time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love.
So doubling, tripling, quadrupling down this concept of using tariffs to get rid of income tax. Now, it's one of those things that if he can pull it off, I think we'd all be very, very supportive of it. But that's a giant if. So you have to kind of really try to delineate, I suppose, between, is this just political talk or is there an actual plan that could back this up? So little food for thought there. Like I said, if he could pull it off, that's awesome. But it's one of those things that there's a reason we don't do that right now. It's very difficult to pull it off. Now, obviously, in the same realm of talking about tariffs, we know as of last Friday that the Supreme Court ruled Trump's tariffs via IEEPA to be illegal. I want to be clear, tariffs themselves are not illegal. It's just the particular act in which he was using to put those tariffs, the reciprocal tariffs, into effect. So obviously he had some commentary on the Supreme Court's.
These tariffs took in hundreds of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically.
I guarantee inflation is up. It's not. Inflation is down, actually dramatically down.
Everything was working well. Countries that were ripping us off for decades are now paying
tariffs are paid by us Americans. Well, inflation's down. I don't know what to tell you. You're arguing with the numbers.
We all know that. Everybody knows it. Even the Democrats know it. They just don't want to say it. And yet these countries are now happy, and so are we. We made deals. The deals are all
Look
done.
it up, says the man who's just reiterating the dumb shit that you've been told.
We're making a lot of money.
You haven't looked it up at all.
Growth,
Cite me
and the big
one
story
source.
was how Donald Trump called the economy correctly, and 22 Nobel Prize winners in economics didn't. They got it totally wrong. They got it really wrong.
He is right on this.
4 days ago, an unfortunate ruling from the United States Supreme Court. It just came.
So instead of people just talking and saying, oh my God, I was told this, look it up. Trueflation is probably the best one. Trueflation. Right now, we're sub 1%. Inflation is down. Certain things are up. Like I said, electricity, meat, coffee. But right here, Trueflation, which I believe takes in 14 million data points to get this number, we're up about 1%. And honestly, even if you look at, I don't know if they're going to have it here, the most recent CPI and PCE are still lower. Like, it is down. So this concept of saying inflation's up, it depends. If you're going to cite a single good, yeah, I too could find single goods that are up. But if we're talking about it in the larger scale, as in like what's going on with the U.S. economy, we're actually starting to see more signs of deflation than inflation. So not only do I think you're stupid and wrong for just reiterating random things that you heard, on TV or on the internet, but I'm actually telling you the complete opposite is going on right now. And this most likely has something to do with the rise of productivity via AI, but we're having a lot of deflationary forces right now. And I wouldn't be so surprised if that becomes a bigger issue in the next year or two, way more than inflation. So I fully admit we had crazy inflation a year ago, 2 years ago, especially 3 years ago. It was nuts. But right now it's down so much that there's a very legitimate argument that the Fed should be cutting rates. So this idea of just like screaming inflation because things are costly. Remember, when you have inflation, the lack of inflation doesn't bring prices down. Inflation brings prices up, and then when inflation's over, prices stay there. So if you're here saying, no, prices are still high, that's not what inflation is. Inflation is the rate of change of that. And then when inflation's over, as in if you don't have inflation, prices stay where they are. For prices to come down, that's actually when you would have deflation. So I see this argument of people saying, but things are expensive. Well, they've been expensive, but they're not getting expensive any longer. Like they're sitting at that new expensive level. The rate of increase is no longer happening. And I mean, I guess you might just disagree with that anecdotally, but literally if you look at the numbers, like all the numbers in your face would be yelling at you. In Cloud or ChatGPT, ask the following question and educate yourself. Who pays tariffs Americans impose? Okay, that like if you think that captures all the nuances of that question, it just shows me how stupid you are. Like seriously, if you think just like a one word, one sentence answer to that question, obviously it's completely dependent on what the companies dealing with those tariffs decide to do. Are they internalizing it? Are they spinning up manufacturing in the US? Are they going to choose to pass it down to consumers? Are they going to pass it all down to consumers? So once again, it just shows me your rudimentary understanding of the situation to think that it's so simplistic. And even that, you could find an example of one company, like maybe Nike, which does all their development mainly in Vietnam. If they decide to internalize it, okay, what about Under Armour? They might be doing something different. What about Starbucks? And we're talking about their coffee beans. Like all these companies get to independently decide what they're going to do. So to just blanket statement say that, no, Americans pay it. Well, if Americans do pay it, you would have to contest with the data that inflation's down. If Americans truly are paying it, why is inflation down? Those two things don't go together. You're saying, hey, we're all paying for it. You would look at then from there, the major piece of evidence would be the rise in prices of goods, and goods are not going up right now. They're just simply not going up. So you would have to answer that one. And it sounds like you're just getting spun up by whatever media source you pay attention to without actually doing your own research on the situation. Because here I could be showing you quantifiable information that is at odds with your statement, and then you're still screaming like a little child that your statement is correct. Dude, just find me evidence. Find me evidence to the contrary rather than just what you were taught in your most basic economics class. Like, give me something a little bit more than when you were 18 years old in a lecture hall of 500 people and some dipshit professor who is still hungover from the night before was teaching you the most rudimentary thing. In the past, were tariffs inflationary? Yeah, we measured it. This time around, it is not. You're going to have to actually answer that. Mateo actually believes inflation, trueflation numbers. Yeah, I believe trueflation. I don't believe the government cited inflation numbers just because I think the way the data is collected from the Bureau of Labor Statistics is actually stupid. But trueflation, why would I not? Why would I not at all? Like, you have to, once again, folks, I implore you to think for yourself these days and not just like believe the most random shit that you are told. Anyway, moving on, a defense of the economy. This is probably his weakest point that he has to contest with as we come up to the midterm. So this one's kind of important.
And his corrupt partners in Congress and beyond, it reached a breaking point with the Green New scam, open borders for everyone. They poured in by the millions and millions from prisons, from mental institutions. They were murderers, 11,888 murders into our country. You allowed that to happen. And record-setting inflation that cost the typical family $34,000 in just a speck of time. Now the same people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly use the word affordability, a word they just used it Somebody gave it to them, knowing full well that they caused and created the increased prices that all of our citizens had to endure. You caused that problem. You caused that problem.
You know, I don't know if I'm going to fully put it at the feet of any political party, because much of it was the supply chain disruption of COVID. And honestly, whoever was in power at that time was going to have to deal with, obviously, the lingering effects of the Fed printing so much money, manufacturing dramatically dropping. Could you have made better decisions? Yeah, but it's also a little bit of Monday morning quarterbacking. So there's a couple things you just have to consider in that scenario. Once again, I think there's a lot of nuances, and when we're painting in generalities, we don't really get to the intellectual truth of the situation. Diplomacy or conflict, this was on Iran. We can skip that one. Tough talk on immigration. Well, obviously, this is a hot topic.
Gives Americans the chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe. So tonight, I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle.
Hang on. If you're kind of tuning out, if you're getting a cup of coffee, this is the hottest clip of the entire speech. This is currently what's going viral on the internet. So if you missed it all, if you need a recap, I do implore you to listen to this one clip because what you're witnessing here is political game theory. And what's about to happen is this clip that I'm about to show you, that we're going to listen to, is going to be spewed all over the airways, especially as we get closer to the midterm elections. This, once again, is political game theory. And as you're going to see how Trump tees it up. Obviously, if you're left-leaning, especially if you're elected here, you're not allowed to agree with Trump. So even if someone wanted to agree with Trump just because of optics, they can't. They know that they're kind of, as you're about to see the setup, pinned between a rock and a hard place. So they can't agree with logical things. So they just can't do it. And now all of a sudden, you're going to see that it very rapidly is going to spiral into them being clearly un-American. And this is my prophecy here, and maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but I think this is going to be a major thing that is cited, shown, showcased, highlighted, whatever thesaurus variant you want of coming in the midterm election. So once again, this is the hottest clip. It's making its rounds on social media, and I think we're going to be hearing it incessantly for the next 9 months.
Great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans the chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe. So tonight, I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Boom. Right there. Political chess, political game theory. What person elected to the office of the United States, representing it at any level, all the way to the tippity top of the federal level, the lower levels, localities, who would not agree with that statement that you're putting Americans above illegal immigrants? He didn't say the word immigrants as in, hey, whatever, you could be an immigrant here. He said illegal immigrants. He said, stand up if you agree that your duty, elected to office, is to care more about American citizens, including people who were previously immigrants or still immigrants, but now they're American citizens. Are you putting those people above illegal immigrants? And what you're about to see play out is kind of like their hand is forced. Like this, he got them into a corner. And when I say they, I mean the Democrats. Like, who wouldn't stand up to that? Like, legitimately, it does not matter. You could be the most screaming blue hair liberal out of Oregon, and you should still be like, yeah, no, I'm in America. Like, I should care more about American citizens than illegal immigrants. And we're about to see half of fucking Congress not stand up. I get that it's political theater. I'm not saying that this wasn't intentionally a trap. In fact, I'm actually saying the opposite. It was a trap, but I'm also highlighting the fact that it worked. Look at them. Half of them sitting down if you guys can't see a world in which this is going to be the major thing shown for the next 9 months of why would you vote for them? They don't care about you. They literally agreed that they care more for illegal immigrants than they do for citizens. It shouldn't have to be a trap. Well, that's a side point, and maybe it should, maybe it shouldn't, but this is the current state of, look at, he's intentionally highlighting all of them not standing. And the question was, do you care more about American citizens than you do illegal immigrants? If you do, please stand in agreement. Look at all those people sitting. I mean, what's going to happen in all these elections whenever there's a Republican running against a Democrat? They're going to find like this zoomed in photo of them just sitting there, and they're going to be blasting that all over. Like, there's a good reason why this is the most viral clip. Like, what I don't get... All right, I know we're talking about like political theater and game theory. Imagine being the Democrat. Like, to me, it is the classic 4D chess move. If I were a Democrat sitting there, do you know how much good, I guess, airways and press you would get to be the one Democrat right in the middle standing up and be like, fuck yeah, I love America. Dude, like, to me, that would have been the move. If I was in like a hotly contested area and I was on the left-leaning ticket, the Democratic ticket, like, that's a great way to be like, hey, I'm already going to get the Democratic vote because you're not going to vote Republican. And then maybe the Republicans who are on the fence, and maybe they like you, maybe they don't. What a great way to stand out. I would have stood up and be like, I fucking love America. That would be the quote. You could have stole the entire show. You could have been the person of the State of the Union, like more so even than Trump. If one Democrat right in the middle stood up and said, that is me, dude, they would have crushed it. They absolutely would have crushed it. Missed opportunity. What a shame. What a shame. Well, anyway, as you can understand, that was the viral clip. They're just all sitting. And it goes on for a little bit. There's the court justices. I don't think they're allowed to stand. War on fraud. This was intentionally calling out Pelosi. This one was actually pretty funny.
Started 4 months ago, I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President, J.D. Vance.
J.D., come on down. Matt, you're taking the stance they exactly want you to take. I don't think it's that contentious to care more as an American representative, to care more about Americans than illegal immigrants. Like, that's not like, oh my God, they made you agree with the statement. That shouldn't be a contentious statement. That should just be like kind of a given, you know, the oath that you take when you get into office, if you have to kind of give a shit about America more than anything else. I would actually argue that they're kind of going against their oath. And that's the point that he is highlighting. This isn't some big thing of like, oh, that's an unfair question. You're leading the witness. That's kind of just an evident thing, like a very evident thing that if you have a tough time agreeing with it, like they should have all easily agreed with it. That's the entire point. Anyway, just to shift gears up, we can come back a little bit to this. Like I said, that clip of them not standing is the one going viral. But for the market today, we already got the right here, CPI, the consumer price index out of Eurozone came in at expectations. Even their inflation is down. Surprise, surprise. In terms of the major things to watch, PPI this Friday, but I would say the real thing is still earnings. Very quickly, just so you know, Lowe's did report. Lowe's earnings beat as sales jumped more than 10% despite sluggish housing market, going the exact same way as Home Depot. But you probably don't care about that. You probably care a lot more about Nvidia. Nvidia earnings loom as risk factor for AI-obsessed stock market. So Nvidia, the market is dependent on if it beats or if it misses. Nvidia is reporting today after the market closes. Let me move myself over here so you can see it. Nvidia, the expected move is 5.2%, and we're going to get the numbers 20 minutes after the market closes today. So I wouldn't be surprised if today specifically we're stuck in some sort of holding pattern as we're waiting for this. But this is the world's largest company. It's the main representative of the AI trade. Right now, the market is looking very, very good, but obviously it can change quite a bit. If you haven't already, sign up for the newsletter. It is 100% free. It's in the description of the video. It's one of the top links. Free newsletter. You get a trade update every day, and then mainly the weekly newsletter where you get an idea of what's happening across the entire board. So with that in mind, let's get ready on the day. Very quickly, as you can see, these are my key levels of the day. Feel free to write them down. Feel free to use them. Feel free not to use them. But as I always do, I mark out the previous high, low, and close. Important technical levels, pivot levels, psychological levels. The white box is the transition zone, thought to be bullish above, bearish below. And then the yellow areas are all the major placements of large money. It's the big open interest levels that we're obviously taking from over here. And on that note, dingity ding ding ding, the world's largest casino is now open. Best of luck to all, play responsibly, and if not, have fun. So it's going to be a big day, but it's more so of a big day because of what happens after the market closes. After the market closes, we are hearing from Nvidia. We're getting their most recent quarterly earnings. And right now, things are obviously very optimistic going into it. I'm seeing bullishness across the board. The SPY's popping. The Qs are popping. Nvidia, we're going to put in the lower right. I even saw, what was it? Silver is up another 3%. Silver's doing silver things again. So right now, a lot of enthusiasm. Will it hold? Will it not hold? I don't know, folks. I don't have a crystal ball, but right now I'm seeing quite a bit of obvious bullish momentum. On that note, let me show you what's going on in the world of options. There's this. Let me get up both the S&P 500 and the Mag 7. More than happy to also check in on individual equities if that's the question on your mind. But we're not even a minute into the day, so let's let this data populate a little bit. Coming back to the key levels, as you can see, like I said, write them down, screenshot them. But all these yellow horizontal lines are just where we see big money plays. You can see right here, there's a call credit spread, 925 spread by 930. So this player might get blown out and might get blown out very, very shortly. We can see some people playing 950, but more so 955. And we see a gigantic positive gamma node at 970. So if you are playing SPX and you're feeling bullish throughout the entire day, that's actually a pretty good, legitimate, like top level target to have. Of course, we would have to break through this level at 25 and this level at 55, but it's something I'm paying attention to. If we get rejected here, obviously the key technical, psychological, and gamma support at 6,900, and then below that, we're talking about 6,875. So positive gamma above. We have more stability than we have recently. Recently, the stability, I think yesterday, was as low as 6%. So we're up to 22. So stability is returning to the system. Volatility is falling. We're seeing more calls in play, so a little bit of bullishness. A lot of the trades are selling calls and selling puts. That's where the positive gamma is coming from. There is negative gamma below 6,900, so below that, things could get a little bit more higher velocity, if you will, something to pay attention to. But overall, that's how I ascertain all these key levels. Right now, we are on the bullish side of things with respect to momentum. 5-minute, 10-minute, 30-minute, 4-hour are all bullish. In fact, the 4 hours starting to really recover. Looking at the NASDAQ, 5-minute, 10-minute, 30-minute, 4-hour are all bullish. So out of the gate, momentum is bullish. Looking at price structure, we're seeing equal lows, but we're breaking above the recent highs. So that favors the bulls a little bit on SPX. On NDX as well, I would love the breakout of this. This is going to be a key level to watch today. I would love to be able to get above on NDX, 25,383, but we're coming right up to the NASDAQ's 50-day moving average. So watch this level closely. Once again, that's not NQ, it is NDX. So maybe you're paying attention to the Qs a little bit more. That's around 613 and some change. So I would love that breakout of 617. The SPY on a relative basis is a bit stronger, and the Russell is actually been strong this entire time. So small cap is looking pretty good. Bitcoin not looking so good, might have a double bottom here, but overall the momentum is clearly very weak. Nvidia is probably the bell of the ball today. I'm looking for the breakout above 196, the high that we had from its last earnings where it gapped up and then shit out all day. So paying attention to that. TSM all-time high. ASML, all-time high. Tesla trying to recover. Palantir not looking so good. Microsoft also not looking so good. Google trying to recover and get going again. Where did my... Is this just... Okay, there we go. Looking for the breakout of 319. Meta looking to recover above 663. Apple looking decent. It's on the bullish side of things. Breakouts at 280. Amazon not looking so hot. Avago trying to go from bearish to bullish. Watching that one. Walmart very strong, not far from its all-time high. Netflix getting beat up, Oracle getting beat up, DJT getting beat up, SoFi getting beat up, Hood getting beat up, MSTR trying to recover, but overall just getting absolutely destroyed. Coinbase, same thing. Hut actually trying to go for an all-time high. CoreWeave trying to recover as well. Open, this is a dog shit company. Qubits, we don't even really need that one anymore. I don't even know why I have it on my list. Irene also trying to recover. I don't need that one. It feels like the quantum computing is like kind of done and I don't have to pay attention to it. Oklo getting beat up. Texas Roadhouse actually trying to recover, looking good over there. XRP getting destroyed. Remember, it's a scam meme coin. Solana also getting destroyed. ETH also getting destroyed. Bonds holding decently, so yields are staying down. Oil taking a little bit of a breather as tensions with the US and Iran are calming down. All right, that's pretty much your skinny, your very quick and dirty rundown on the daily chart. Now going into intraday, this is where things could get a little bit more exciting. Let me switch this up. I need to get onto this side. This side. Okay. I'm on the right side. Silver taking a hit. Be careful you're trading that. I don't actively trade silver, just so you guys know, but I know with the craziness in the movement, there are a lot of people actively trading it, especially in props, which is where I want to give you guys a rundown of what I have going on. So this morning I did a scratch. What the fuck? Well, this is completely wrong. I did a scratch trade on my one account that already hit the profit target. And I don't know why I did a scratch trade over there. Hang on. 4880-277. All right. I need to set up my trade copy because I can trade on that one today. 4880. Okay. All right, so I can trade on this one. I did a scratch trade here because I already hit my $9,000 of profit to pass the eval, so I just need more trading days. Same thing on these FFNs. So you might be thinking, why is he not trading them today? Because I already hit the profit target to pass the evals, so I just need more trading days. So I literally just need to do scalp trades. So obviously, I want to be transparent, let you guys know what's going on. The FFNs are all evals, but I pass the eval. I just need more trading days to convert them over into funded. The Lucids, the LFFs are all actually funded, so I can trade them as much as I want, and hopefully I can make some profit. The LFEs are evals for Lucid. As you can tell, I haven't traded there, but I need to get up to 159. Take profits, I got some new ones because I passed the other ones, so I'm going to start trading those. And you're going to see I have not traded Tradeify in many, many months, but I'm being told that their new accounts that don't have the DLL is actually something to consider and to look at. So I am giving Tradeify another attempt today. So it's been my first time in a while. I didn't like the account options, like as in the options available to us as a trader, but I'm being told that their new ones are actually pretty good. So they're on the list right now. So just wanted to call out what's going on, why you see some trades. A lot of these were just scalp trades to get like literally just to lock in a trading day. So I just wanted to let you guys know where I'm at on that front. Speaking of which, the best deal right now is Lucid. Lucid is running a 50% off deal. Use that code Goonie, pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video. You can see, obviously, I'm trading 7 different Lucids. I do have 5 funded, 2 evals, but the 2 new evals, they are running a specialty deal where instead of their normal 30 to 40% off, for your first 2, you can get 50% off, and obviously you can take advantage of that code, that deal with code Goonie, Goonie. I like the flexes. Some people like the blacks. They're the new accounts. I like the flexes. It works better for me and my trading style, but obviously go through the rules, make sure you understand what's best for you. But right now, the best deal, at least on the first 2, use that code Goonie on Lucid. So shout out to them for partnering up with us today. And hopefully on my funded Lucids, I can actually make some money. Other than that, I'm just kind of waiting here. I'm waiting for the setup. I'm kind of waiting for at least the first 10, 15 minutes to pass. We're about 9 minutes into the day, and we're going to see what in the world is going on. What in the world, what in tarnation is happening today? Wait, I thought you were moving today. I've already moved into a new place. That's with the whole new setup and everything, which I'm still doing some changes to the studio. I don't like the monitors I'm on right now. I'm having issues because they're 4K monitors. It's good looking for me, but when I have to scale it down for the stream, it kind of looks a little messed up for you guys. So actually my new monitors should be coming today. The lighting I'm getting happy with. I kind of wanted more of like a chill, calm like vibe. But what I don't like is the background. I don't like that white wall. So I'm going to switch it out with something else and then ideally get like a nice big neon sign that says like the MK show or something like that. So we're almost getting there, but yeah, moonlighting. Yeah, I just want things to be a little bit more calm, you know, a little bit more calm for all involved. A little bit more calm. What time is it? 9:39. Should we play the 10-minute Orbo breakout today? Should we play that old 10-minute Orbo breakout? 10-minute Orbo is literally the high of the first 10 minutes, which at this point, the low is down here. It is 25,148, and the high is up here, 25,254. Oh, do I want to play it? It's not the worst risk.
Order filled.
Let's hope that I'm
submitted.
right on the Orbo breakout, because technically the break has not happened yet. The break is at 54.50, so I'm getting in, saving myself apparently 6-7 points. Apparently, but we'll see. We're playing the little 10-minute Orbo. That's not really my go-to style, but I figured, you know what? Market's feeling real frothy today. It's feeling real excited today. So we're going to see how things go. So literally this was a run-of-the-mill 10-minute Orbo breakout. The high of the first 10 minutes was here at 54. I got in a fill right below it. I'll just mark it out on your screen that you could see exactly what I'm talking about. That was the high. I got in right before it. Took a long position on the NASDAQ. And as of right now, I'm seeing some green. But let's see how long this actually... Whoa! Well, what in tarnation are you? Are you having a good day, Piper? A good Wednesday? Looks like Piper wants to join the show today. Come here. Come on. Sit on my lap. Come on. 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 Chill. That's what the lighting is for. Don't you put your claws out. Hey, we talked about this last night. She's been getting a lot more feisty. A lot more feisty with her claws. Sorry about that. Sometimes I have to hang out with my cat. What am I doing? Okay, I'm taking on... Hey, just chill, dude. Just chill. Calm down. Oh, nope. Coming back up. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. Just relax, brother. It's going to be okay. I think maybe she just needs a bit more space. Breed? I don't know. Found her in a park. A tabby cat, maybe? She's gray, so people think a Russian blue, but she's not a Russian blue because she has like a tuft of white on her chest, which Russian blues have no tufts of white. So not that. Not that. Oh, when do I want to get my stop to break even? Am I feeling lucky? Am I feeling unlucky? I could minimize my risk quite a bit. What are you doing there, crazy? She's just vibing, dude. She's just vibing. Back to break even. Come on. I want this to hold. Let's see how lucky we are today. And let's set the mood. Let's get some tendies and tunes popping here. Let's see if just bullish out of the gate is the right move. That's not a bad risk point. I could just risk like 2 points. That's not bad at all. I kind of like it. All right, updating my risk. Technically, I'm taking on $65 of risk. Do I want to give it? I could risk this low. How much risk is that? That's only 285. For this account size, that's really not that bad. Or do I just want to go right to break even for that psychological win? What do I want to do? You know what we're going to do? We're going to check the options flow. Mag 7 is doing what? Slightly up. What about the S&P 500? It was up and just gave it back. So the SPX is battling it out at 925. So for my trade to work, I need the SPX to really get going. So I'm going to set up some alerts for myself. I want to know, are we breaking out for a new intraday high? Or is the SPX going to be giving it back and taking out this low from 933? There's not really much to go off of just because we don't have that much trading time yet today. I do see people are trying to sell at 87 and then 300 flat. So where was that? 87 they're trying to sell at, roughly where my cursor is. And then 300 flat is another one. Now, I could choose to dump it at 300 because I do see sellers lining up there. And that would be a nice 50-point gain for me. That would be, I mean, $1,000 out of the gate. I could pretty much call it a day, and it's not even 10 a.m. All right. Well, while we're considering, let's at least take all the risk off the table. So I put my stop at break, but 50, I'm watching this $50 wrong, which is really what I'm focusing on. Oh, how do I want to play this? All right, so they're coming up to test 87. I'm seeing a lot of sell side liquidity at 87. Are they selling to open, to close? I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. But I can tell you they're trying to dump some plays here, 87, 86. And then the next one is 300 flat, and there's even more at 300 flat. So this seems to be the first major target. And I'm being a little bit greedy by overstaying my welcome, but I can afford to be greedy because my stop's already at break even. Stop's already at break even. I hope Apex ends up paying you, brother. I hope so as well. They're reviewing my case. Like I said, as soon as I find out, I mean, you guys, you're going to find out. There's no way it's going to be like a normal trading day in here for us if I find out that I'm becoming a millionaire. So I will let you guys know. I'm getting questions recently of why aren't you trading Apex? Like what happened? My accounts are just frozen. It's nothing. I guess it's good. It's not bad. Like people are DMing me like it's something bad and they think I'm caught up in some sort of drama, this or that. No, when they're reviewing you for like a 7-figure payout, they just freeze everything. It's just how it goes. So I would actually say it's a good thing. Do I want to move my stop up? Do I want to leave it at break even or do I want to move it up to 65? You have the freedom to be a little bit more loosey-goosey with the whole thing when your stop's already at break even. Worst case scenario for me is nothing. I'm either making money or no sweat off my back. You can't get more evals? No, my account is completely frozen. I wish I could because I would have bought a shitload of the 90%. Oh, speaking of that, I got some emails that a lot of you guys like reached out to me and you just said, hey, Matt, like I love what you're doing. I love your teaching. I love your antics. So I use code Goonie to buy the 90% off at Apex. I just wanted to say thank you. I understand that in this day and age, there's a ton of codes. There's a lot of things you could be doing. And the fact that you guys go out of your way to support the Goonie operation here, I just wanted to say thank you. Why do I put in so much effort to break down what's going on here, or like show you these levels, showing you the options flow and try to ideally help you make better trading decisions? Well, I do that because you guys day in and day out show up with so much support. So I was talking about it with my producer last night. I just wanted to say thank you. You guys are the fucking tits. And that's a compliment. By the way, I wouldn't, if you've never heard that saying before, it's a compliment. At least it's a compliment where I come from. So I just wanted to say thank you. We don't have to get all lovey-dovey and sobby in here, but I just wanted to say thank you because you guys literally day in and day out show up. Goonies never die. Fuck yeah, brother. Fuck yeah. All right, we're going to move that up a little bit. 90. Do I want to go to 78? So we overshot the 300 level. And now I'm expecting the retest. And the question is, how deeply below 300 is the retest going to go? So this light blue horizontal line is 300 flat. Obviously, just a clear level we should be paying attention to. SPY was ripping, a little bit of profit. Yeah, a little bit of profit taking. You can see the calls pop. And then right here, the calls dropping. The most of this delta movement is because of puts being sold, not really because of calls being bought. So what we're seeing right now is actually probably an unwind of a bearish position, which makes a lot of sense. And here, let me just prove it to you. Instead of talking outside of my ass, right here. Who do I think's unwinding their position? I mean, I'll prove it to you literally right here. Look how heavy the Mag 7 put skew is. So in the left side of this is put skew dominated. The right side is call skew dominated. Nothing is on the call skew. Everything is on the put skew. And this is the Mag 7 plus other popular tech names. It's just massively, massively put dominated. And now that we're seemingly getting some good news, these guys, we know it's heavy in puts. I don't know how else to chalk it up to. It's heavy puts. These guys, I mean, looking at what's going on in the market, SPX is trying to get its breakout. NDX is trying to get its breakout. I wouldn't be so surprised if we're going up because these guys were caught in a bad position. So yes, are we seeing some bullishness? Yeah, I mean, we're seeing some. I'm not saying it's non-existent, but I think what we're seeing really is an unwinding of a bearish position. And I could show you that right here. These puts are being most likely unwound. So just trying to give a little bit of explanation to the texture of this particular price movement. If I buy Apex today, can I start trading next month or do the accounts expire? No, you could do that, but also if you don't pass the test in time, there is a monthly fee. Most people do it quickly. So if you don't plan on trading anytime soon, my personal recommendation would just be to wait. There's no sense in just getting into it because you might get hit with an unnecessarily monthly fee. So I guess I want you guys to save money. I want you to save money. I got distracted trying to find music for us to play. Mississippi Gamblers Poker Night. This is a new one. I haven't heard this one yet. This is the global debut of the song Mississippi Gamblers Poker Night. Global debut. Let's give it a listen.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it even though agreements. Talking shorts while I'm printing new pictures. You swing shades like moose rings. Blindfolded, I'm in, I'm out. Your whole game's corroded. You chase bums like you chase apologies. Still begging the train line for honesty. I kissed the top and shorted the fall. You fell in love, I just trashed it all. So cry in your Discord, I'm up on the week. You're averaging down while I'm robbing you clean. So need a hedge, now your bag's gotta live. A little boy with your stop by slip. Put it on. You act like this is poker night, but I wreck songs in your candlelight.
Order submitted.
You're just noise and my signal sing. I'm the prophet spiking your fever dream. Write a book, you take my side. You brought hope, I sold the sky. You turtle last isn't tempting. Well, I wrote code that'll make cash bring. Your guru said I killed him twice. There it is, stops.
That's the max profit that I'm willing. Fuck. All right, that's the max profit I could go for because of the consistency rules.
Tickers, dreaming spreads. You sleep in fear and wake up bad. You're tattooed up right on your wrist. I start regret. I'm sick that hurts. So cry in your Discord. I'm up on the west. You're everything down while I'm running you clean. So you the hedge, now your bag's gotta live. A little boy with your soft on slip. Got your back.
People are asking me, hang on, let me go back to the title. So that's on the Tendies and Tunes. That's my producer Chaos has a music background, so he makes a lot of music for us. It's all free. We put it out there for free, Tendies and Tunes. The song we just listened to is a song that just came out, Mississippi Gamblers Poker Night. If you like that style, if you like various styles of music, we do all of it. We have some country, we have some screamo, we have some rap, we have some EDM, we have some funky old school music, we have some hip hop, rock. You could see the list just goes on and on. So Chaos, this is not me. I am not musically inclined. I wish I were, but I'm not. But Chaos, the producer, you guys see him in chat. You see him in the Discord. He is obviously been with me for years and years and years. Like I said, he has a strong background in music. He used to be a musician, so he makes a lot of music for us. Once again, if you want to check it out, Tendies and Tunes, it's completely free. You guys can listen to it, watch it, do whatever you want, set it up on your playlist. We just put it out there so we can listen to some cool music. I got some requests for both Lil Kohrs and the Cobb, so we can listen, or we actually have two country artists. We have Kohrs on the Cobb and we have Toby Kohrs. So I don't know which one you guys were requesting there, but in the meantime, while I'm waiting for that request to come through, we'll listen to a little Lil Kohrs. These pictures are hilarious. All right, I'm still in this position. My stop is $745 in the money. This is the max profit. That's not necessarily my profit target. I would love for that to hit, but there is statistically a greater chance of my stop getting hit before my profit, just so you guys know. I just can't go over the 40% consistency because the new Tradeify accounts I have, I believe, have 40% consistency. So I can't go above 3,400, which is why my profit's at 3,395. You can do it. Like, I'm not saying it's like breaking the rules. It just makes it harder on you later on. So I just want to clarify what in the world's happening.
I'm still tapping my feet. Yeah, I'm still tapping my feet. I'm gonna scream until my lungs give out. Live a little louder, make it count. I'll keep pushing till the walls come down. I won't let go, I won't back out. I'm gonna scream until my lungs give out. Live a little louder, make it count. I'll keep pushing till the walls come down. I won't let go, I won't back out. Got a letter from my saying rent's overdue.
Spy's actually getting hit pretty hard here. Lots of calls selling. They're actually net down on calls today. So more calls have been sold than bought. The delta's negative. I'm on the wrong side. My apologies. But the call delta is negative now. Interesting. So we have both put selling and call selling. Now, selling to open versus selling to close are two very, very different things, and we're not going to know definitively until the end of the day. You can make your assumptions, but puts are actually now, from 9:51 until now, we're definitely seeing a bit of a shift. I might move my risk up to this low just for better management. That would guarantee me an extra $600, so it would put my guaranteed profit on $1,000 per account, which when you're trading as many accounts as I do, that's pretty nice. All right, so no matter what, guaranteed $1,095. Just to clarify, I'll turn this down because I think this is so important. I know that I trade differently than all these other trading influencers, gurus, and gurus. I am well aware that when people put on their trades, they have their profit, they have their risk, and they wait for one of them to hit. I don't trade that way because I found after reading, I mean, you can see all the books behind me. A lot of these are biographies, autobiographies on some of the best traders in the world. And one thing that I noticed with all of them is that they are dynamic with their management. As they get more data, as in price action, fundamental updates, things like that, they take in the new data and adjust their stops and their profits and their sizing accordingly. And that, for me, resonates. Now, I'm by no means pitching that what I do is the end all be all perfect. I have good days, I have bad days. I'm a human. Sue me. But for my mind, that makes sense. This idea of seeing a setup and saying, nope, I need a trade and I have my profit, I have my stop, and it's just frozen. Well, what do you mean? As soon as you place your trade, there's a bunch of new information. There's new price action. There's new announcements. There's new pieces of news. Why would you not update it dynamically, taking in those new pieces of information? It just never ever made sense to me that people trade and as soon as they enter it, they're like, okay, now the trade's over and it has to hit one or the other and I'm moving on with my life. As if all that new information doesn't make sense. Like as in it's not useful. To me, all pieces of information are useful as I'm making a trade. So as price action develops, which is a piece of information, great. Why would I keep risk on where, okay, maybe I was risking not that much, but I'm 2K in the money. Yeah, I obviously could take it, but I'm also guaranteeing myself 1,000. And I wouldn't know, I would not have known 25,302.5 is a key level until I got this information. So I want to be clear. There are people who trade in a manner in which as soon as the trade is placed, they have their profit, they have their risk, and they wait for one of them to hit. A lot of them lose money, but some of them do make money. I'm not here saying that it's impossible to make money in that methodology. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is you have to find what works for you. And for me, in my, I guess, broken mind over here, it makes it a lot more sense to take in all data possible. So I just wanted to call that out there. List off those books. I have a whole video on the top 5 books I think everyone should read. Let me see. Mr. Producer, did we put this up? Yeah, right here. The best books to get filthy rich trading 2026 update. This is it. So if you want to see it, it's on the other channel. It's also on Rumble if you're watching. If you're on Facebook, it's not there. But the best books to get filthy rich, just search that title, search Kohrs, add Kohrs onto it. 442 people have gotten my super secret sauce. So I just want to call that out. I'm getting an alert on Nvidia. Nvidia breakout. Technical breakout on Nvidia. It is above the high after the earnings from last quarter. The next day, that reaction at 196, we are officially getting a technical breakout on Nvidia. So that's good news for everyone who's bullish. If you're bearish, that sucks. Sucks to be you. Mag 7 trending up, but it's not for today's expiration. It's for I suppose Friday's expiration. So people are getting clearly bullish, not for today, specifically for Friday. Remember, the orange and the green are calls. The green is the next expiration. The Mag 7 does expire 3 days out of the week now, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Hang on, just got an issue. So the green line is the closest expiration, and it just so happens that since it is Wednesday, that the Mag 7 has expirations today, while the orange line is all expirations put together. So this differential, this delta, is telling me that there is more aggression for something further out, most likely this Friday, rather than today itself, which makes sense because we have Nvidia's earnings tonight after today's expire. So that makes sense to me. And just to kind of prove it to you, look at Nvidia. Nvidia has expiration at 4 p.m. tonight. Not many people are playing it. Some people are, but they're more so playing further out. That's why the orange line is picking up at a greater velocity and distance than the green line. So there are a lot of bullish bets actively being made on Nvidia right now for after the expiration of today. So basically after earnings, and no one is touching Nvidia puts. The Nvidia puts have not moved at all. That's actually really funny. No one has the balls to touch Nvidia puts. That's actually hilarious. Mom, now that you're back with your mom, now that you're back with your mom's basement, does that mean you ruined it with your Corolla? Reunited with my Corolla. Yeah. That was probably one of the major driving factors of me moving back into my mom's basement was I wanted to be that much closer to my Corolla. Spot on analysis. When you're right, you're right. And I can't disagree with that. I'm a little worried here. The SPX is getting hit. I don't know if it's going to go below 25 again. I would love for this to be just a higher low when we break out, but we do have a lower high right here, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm watching my position closely. Worst case scenario, let's say something happens and I'm not paying attention. Worst case scenario is I still make $1,000 per account, and I'm trading on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 accounts. So worst case scenario is 14K. I want to clarify that I'm being a bit more like whatever with it, because I've already guaranteed $14,000, and I might be able to make 3.4K on each account, which would be what, closer to 28, 38, 42, and then some change. 42, it'd be closer to $48,000. So at this point, based on this profit target and this risk, worst case scenario is I make 14. Best case scenario is closer to 45, 48,000. But obviously I might update it in between. I might update it. Dude, this song slaps. I don't like this. I need the flow alert. This might save me right here. Hopefully it's a bullish flow alert. Flow alerts by themselves are not necessarily bullish or bearish. It just means abnormal amounts of trading. I'm hoping it's an abnormal amount of calls being bought or puts being sold. Right now, the trend doesn't look so good, but we did just get a flow alert at 10:04 on the S&P 500. So it could, it might be causing it to crack, unfortunately. Fuck. Flow alerts on spot gamma literally just mean you got to pay attention, and you got to pay attention right now because someone is trading with abnormal size. Longtime listener, you got an opinion on Figma, the stock? No. I mean, after getting absolutely destroyed, it might be finally bottoming out. It looks like it's trying to get back above its EMA. So if you're in the mood for dip buying, I mean, this is brutal, but someone's stepping in. I mean, you could, if it breaks and holds 30, your risk could be 24, 25. Percentage-wise, that's big, but I mean, even a 50% reversion, you could ride it back up to even like 60, and that's easy. So it clearly this is bearish, but it actually is showing early signs of a potential reversal. Matt, are there more tutorials on spot gamma? Yeah, I have some on this channel, but there's more in-depth ones in the Discord, and also in the Discord, which, hey, if you hang on, shit. SPX is giving up its bullish push, but the Nasdaq is holding for me, fortunately. All right, I don't really need this trend line anymore.
Order canceled.
Hang on, I might get out of this early. I'm gonna give it one attempt. I see some buyers at 20 and they just got steamrolled. All right, I'm locking her in. Little manual closeout, 1.3K per account, 14 accounts. You could do the math. I just want to make sure I'm down. Cancel all over. Good morning session thus far. I gave it a chance. I'm a trend following trader, and I just got out when the trend was starting to break down. It was more evident on the 1 minute. I just wasn't using that because it zoomed out the way we moved, but we started to break that 20 EMA, and I'm worried it might be coming back to 250, which is literally pretty much where I got in, so I don't want to go back to break even. So just in case this crack of the 20 EMA leads to the 50 or leads to the 50% retracement, I just don't want to be involved with that. And if that doesn't hold, I could actually go negative if it comes all the way back to VWAP. So I am more than happy to lock that in. You can see I got long here at 48. I got here out at 315. So a good 60, 70 points, I guess 60 points and some change. And Piper's back. And if I'm wrong, I could always get back in. That's the beauty of this game, is there is no come on, Piper. We're trading right now. There's no pattern day trading, so I could always get back in. Like if I feel that it's gearing back up for another move, hell yeah, dude, I'll get back in. And then if it actually deteriorates, I don't have to get back in. That's probably one of my favorite things with futures trading is that there's no pattern day trading. So in the world of options, hey, you gotta chill, girly. You gotta chill. Just chill. Just chill. Just chill. Just chill. Just chill. Just chill. We're all excited. We're all excited. One of my favorite things about trading futures is that there is no pattern day trading. So unlike options, especially if your account's below 25K and you're here in the US, you kind of feel that pressure that every trade has to kind of work, because if you end up getting busted out for break even or something like that, it costs you one of your day trades, which sucks. In futures trading, if I'm right or wrong, if it comes right back up, I could get right back in. It just doesn't matter. But I don't mind getting out here because I was noticing weakness in the S&P 500. Now, once again, maybe I get lucky and it just bounces right back. And the Mag 7's strong, so it makes me feel like it's gonna. Dude, this cat, she's going crazy today. The S&P, but look at that. That flow alert was more call selling. So I hope it can stabilize and find a bottom here. I just don't need to be the person in the position praying that I'm right. So like, whatever. Once again, an absolute beautiful aspect of no pattern day trading. You can just trade as much as you want. As much as you want, as much as you want. Dude, she's just blocking my screen. Now she's knocking over my chapstick. This cat, man. She's on one today. Because I didn't give her enough of my chicken last night. She was angry. She wanted more of my chicken. I made some lemon herb chicken and she was going crazy for it. So I gave her some just because she was going nuts. And I think she wanted to eat like an entire rotisserie size serving. And I was like, listen, cat, that's bigger than you are. Matt cooks, not well, but I do attempt it every once in a while. I know how to make the basics. The only thing I'm good at cooking is steak. That was like kind of my thing during the pandemic, is like I taught myself how to perfectly reverse sear a steak. But my culinary knowledge ends pretty quickly after that. Very, very quickly. So if you need your boy to cook a steak, I can crush that. For a bit there, I was getting into scallops because I had this idea of like, yo, Matt, you should be known for like whipping up a surf and turf situation. So I got decent at scallops. Scallops are tough little like creatures because if you're wrong by like 30 seconds, you can ruin the whole thing. I found that the steak was a bit more forgiving in terms of time. Dude, this cat, what are you doing? You're going to unplug stuff. Stop. Just come here. Here, I made you a little blanket fort bed. Right here. Come here. This cat, come here. How many blankets can I give her and she's still not happy? Come here. She's just knocking over everything. Fuck scallops? Oh, I like scallops. I don't know why we're hating on scallops. Is that generically a well-held opinion of fuck scallops? I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, if you have well-cooked scallops, I don't mean like overcooked, I mean cooked properly. I think scallops can rock. Matt changed up searing steaks to roasting trolls. That's hilarious. All right, I'm seeing a little bit of life in the SPY. I wonder if this is a fake out overshoot of this low. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. What do we have going on today? No follow through. A little fake out thus far for the recovery. I'm just waiting. I'm really happy with where I locked in, and if that's my only trade of the day, I have nothing to complain about. Once again, if you're just joining in right now, thus far, I mean, I caught the long out of the gate, played a little bit of a 10-minute Orbo, nothing special. I saw the 10-minute was looking strong. I looked over. My Icarus trading system told me it was a viable long, so I put those two together. Never really had that much heat. I got long at 47.50. It got as low as 44. So at most, I only took 3 points of heat, and then it skyrocketed. At most, it was trading at 360. I got out at 313. on this breakdown. And if it recovers, yeah, dude, I'm happy to get back in. Absolutely stoked to get back in. I don't know if it will or won't, but as a trend following trader, my goal is never to top tick or to bottom tick. If I can do it, that's awesome. But my goal is just to get the meat of the move. And right here, we moved all the way up. It came back a little bit. I got out. I got the meat of the move. Meat of the move. Meat of the move. And as you can see, I've taken one trade today. Well, I did scalp trade some other accounts, but I took one trade today and 1.2, 1.3K on 14 accounts. These other ones were just scalp trades because they have already hit the profit target. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 14. 14. That's not a bad deal. So what's that? A $15,000 gain? Just a little bit, maybe 16. What did your system base its trigger on? All the inputs. I mean, I made the system, so it takes in a bunch of data. It was if you've been in the show for a bit, it's basically the system that I was working on all summer last year. Endless nights of data mining and coding and this and that. And I wouldn't say it's perfect because the final thing that it's missing is taking in options data. And with that in mind, I don't know how to port over this data from SpotGamma into NinjaTrader because I don't believe SpotGamma at this moment in time has an exposed API. So I just can't consume this flow. So it actually overfires. It gives too many signals. And that's why when you see me trading, before I actually place the trade, I look over, well, first generically, I see if I like the setup. Then I look to see if Icarus fired. And if Icarus fired, then the last logical test for me is which way is the options flow going, which is why you guys so commonly see me doing this as a final validity check to the situation. Just because I don't think there's a way to port this delta flow data into my actual strategy. So there's a lot of, I guess, false signals, as in signals I just choose to skip. SPY trying to find a bottom here. Same thing with silver, potentially a higher low. Nvidia had a beautiful pop to take out that other earnings high. A little bit of profit taking right now. Yeah, you can see the flow kind of chilled out there starting at 1010. Did you code Icarus on TradingView? No, it's coded in technically NinjaScript for NinjaTrader. I guess it wouldn't be too hard to switch it over to PineScript. PineScript, TradingView is written in a code called PineScript. I guess I could do that. I just really don't have a point to. What copy are you using? Replicanto. I think it's the best one, but I kind of want to build my own, not only because I think I can make a better one, but it also seems like a fun challenge. So I'm actually thinking about building out a trade copier that you get if you're part of Goonie Trading. Speaking of which, if you want to trade with me and just talk about strategies, this, that, the other thing, GoonieTrading.com is the place to do it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, reach out to me, contact. That's all you have to do. Hit that contact button. The email comes directly to me, and I will do my best to respond to you as quickly as possible. See how we got knocked right in positive gamma? As soon as we got into a little bit of stability, the market said nah, and look at that, stability dropped to 4 and the whole texture changed up. Someone really laid in. That must have been that flow alert that we saw here. It looks like it changed the entire gamma structure. But if we can get back above 25 and 30, it does open up 69.60, but we need to get above this realm. 20 to 30 is a dangerous zone, but it's also telling, as in whichever way we go from that 10-point block, this 20 to 30 block, it's going to be pretty informative to what the next one is. When I say it, I mean the next move. I hope it's to the upside because that's already with momentum and with trend. So that's a valid trade for me to take. If it breaks to the downside, I would just have to sit on my hands because it's going to be an anti-trend break, and I just have to wait for it. I find that my trading is far, far better with trend than against trend, so I would just have to be patient and wait. The information is priceless, and if you can spare the expense, it's a worthy investment. Which one? Just play most important meme per what info? What do you think today for Solana? I don't know. I don't actively day trade Solana. I don't really day trade any crypto. The only crypto I'm invested in is Bitcoin. And if you ask me, I don't think there's any other crypto worthwhile to be invested in. For the longest time, do you know how much shit I got for telling everyone to get the fuck out of XRP? And who was right? I was right. This entire pump, I'm like, guys, it's going to get destroyed. Please. I was begging people, if you were up at all, to put your stop to break even, don't let it cost you money. And it kept going. And everyone's like, I told you, man. Started to come down. I was like, this is getting dangerous. And it popped again. And everyone's like, I told you, it's going to 10. It's going to 100. And now it's absolute dog shit. And if you're still in it after being up and now you're red, you have no one to blame but yourself. I was warning everyone. I was screaming it from the mountaintops. It's a horrible project, and I think a lot of people are going to end up losing money on it because we saw it before with AMC and Jimmy. When things go up big, it's really tough psychologically to admit you were wrong when it comes back down. So people keep holding their bags, and instead of getting out at break even, so no financial gain or loss, they think it's going to bounce back because it's fallen a lot now. It has to bounce at some point. No, it doesn't have to bounce. It does not have to get bounced. Just answering surface level questions about the Discord. Oh, sick. Okay, I could also help. I just didn't see you. I thought you were talking about sim defunded, so I was going to try to hop in and answer some of those. But yeah. How low can AMC go? 0. It could declare bankruptcy. And it probably will. It's a horrible fucking company. It just hit an all-time low on Monday. And this is after many stock splits. How low can it go? Literally 0. This thing, my prediction is that it does go to 0. And the bondholders end up in full control of the company when it has to declare bankruptcy. I fully believe that this is going to 0. Fully believe it's going to 0. And I've been saying that ever since it started to break down. This is another one that people hated when I was telling them the truth on it. I was like, hey, it's over. And that's one of the biggest craziness, pieces of craziness with this story is when it popped. I'll be honest, was I the person telling everyone to get out here, which was adjusted down? It was 72 at the time that we popped all the way up here. No. But on this breakdown, I was like, all right, this is the time to start using your trend following. It got worse. People once again made fun of me. They're like, look it, you're so wrong. And then guess who ended up being very, very right? Did it take a lot of time? Yeah, it did. But as soon as this started to take out these recent lows, especially when we took out the low from that big pop day, Wednesday, June the 2nd, it was a pretty indicative sign that the game was over. So was I involved in the squeeze? Was I watching it? Did I make a lot of content on it? Yes, but I was in it for the squeeze. I wasn't in it for an AMC investment, and I have countless videos and streams and updates saying that. Why the fuck would I ever invest in a movie theater chain? Talk about stupid fucking investments. The fact that anyone thought it was an investment just shows you how uninformed that particular group was. All this stuff, if you're an active trader, you're an active trader. That doesn't mean you just arbitrarily follow it and hope for the best. That's just blind investing. And at what point did anyone ever, no, there were a lot of dipshits pitching GameStop and AMC as just an investment, and you have to forget about it and just move on and put your money into it. I obviously just never agreed with that. First foray into investing trading. Dude, that's sick. Wow, AMC is almost a penny stock. No, it is a penny stock. The definition of a penny stock isn't it trading below a dollar. It's more of a colloquial term of just trading really low. A lot of the times, if it's trading below $5, it's referred to as a penny stock. And that one is a penny stock when you consider the stock split. So it is full-fledged a penny stock. Any thoughts on GME right now? No. And once again, it was an active trade, and now it's dog shit. Who cares about it? Out of the universe of potential tradable and investable things, to think that GameStop is somehow even a top 100 option is fucking insane. The amount of good movement and crazy things going on right now, you would be hard pressed to prove to anyone. Since we all have a finite amount of capital, theoretically, you should be putting your capital, deploying your capital where you think you have the best opportunities. And in the current market, if you think GameStop is a top opportunity, a top 100, a top 500 opportunity, I guess we just look at the market differently. Thoughts on Aerotine International? Never heard of it. Have no thoughts. I keep seeing shut down GameStop stores. GameStop's only real shot is if it turns into an investment vehicle similar to, similar to like Berkshire Hathaway. Their future's not going to be in brick and mortar game stores. It's going to be if Ryan Cohen starts trading with GameStop money and makes shrewd investments, and it becomes very similar to Berkshire Hathaway. That's where GameStop has a shot. Oh, the Wolf of Wall Street quote. That went way over my head. That's fucking hilarious. I know what you're talking about. I know the scene. No, that went completely over my head. That's hilarious. It's a cutting edge technology company. That's funny as shit. That's a good one. That's a good one. If Nvidia were to go up, would MU follow? It kind of depends on why Nvidia is going up, but if it's just representation that the entire industry is looking solid, yeah, I mean, it's called a sympathy play, and we've seen that a gazillion times before, but there's nothing guaranteed in the market. All right, we are once again battling it out at 25 here. All right, I'm taking a stab at how long.
Order submitted.
All right, I'm taking a stab just in case. We popped, we pulled back. Could be a fake out like low because we had this low, and we went overshot it. But look at SPX did catch itself at the bottom of the range that I was calling out to you right here, 20, like this zone, this 20 to 30 zone. It's also the SPX 1 minute 50 EMA support. So just, I don't know if this will work. I have a 50-50 shot, but my risk is way lower than my reward. So I don't have to be right that often to be net profitable on this. So the commentary on this one individual trade, I'm bullish on the market. I took a bullish position. Maybe this one trade, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Obviously, I want it to work. And the reason I'm willing to be bullish is 5 minutes bullish, 10 minutes is bullish, 30 minutes is bullish, 4 hour is bullish. Looking at NQ, 5 minutes bullish, 10 minutes bullish, 30 minutes bullish, it's obviously bullish, but that doesn't mean the trend can't switch right now. That's obviously possible. So that's why I'm still trying to be mindful of my risk. But basically, just trying to catch this trend. I actually would have liked it better going long at 300 flat. That's what I should have done. But I was just waiting for confirmation. The NASDAQ has been holding up way better today. And at my opportunity to go long at 300 here at 1021, the SPX was still looking weak. In fact, I looked over and I was thinking about going long at 300, and I saw this and I was like, what do you, SPX is about to break down, dude. Like it just swept that low. So that's why I didn't get the fill exactly that I wanted. I have a fill at 316, 317 instead of 300, but that happens. But maybe I'll get lucky, and I'm just playing it with one contract. Nothing too crazy. I'll be updating my risk shortly. If we can take out 50, 40, 50, somewhere in this 10-point zone, I'll move my stop to break even, and I'll make it a freebie trade. So I do need to be mindful of this account of 618. 618. That account, specifically that one account, 618, should be managed differently. Where the fuck is it? Am I blind? 648. All right, I do need to manage that one separately just because it's close to its ultimate profit target. Take profit. That's just for this one account. All the other accounts I'm still copy trading together. It got rejected at 40. Is it too soon to go to break even? Well, I could definitely lessen my... Can I? So I'm risking 420. Obviously, I'm up right now, but I want to get this stop back to break even. All right, how deep is this going to be? Where's my 1 minute? I'm really trading off the 1 minute here. See how it just like started to go right back up? You can see exactly why it took that long. All right, if you're in the... hang on. Piper's about to fire. All right, if you're in the Discord, Piper fired. What is today? Today is the 25th. All right, if you're in the Discord, Piper just fired. Put that in there. Had enough of a momentum reading on that pop to finally get going. Here, this might be a bit easier to see if I go to the 5 minute. What are we at here? 926. How do I want to play this one? I might have to do something a little bit more creative today. Wow, my data on Webull is way off. All right, I'm trying to sell some premium. I think the Discord knows what I'm going for. All right, I put it in order that if it gets filled, obviously I'll screenshot it. All right, I got to fill. You heard the ding. Let me take a quick screenshot and get this into the Discord. So I already put Piper in there. I'm playing a more conservative variant of Piper just because of some of the gamma levels that I'm seeing. And it's going to make sense as soon as I post this. Where is Thick Trades? All right, we did that. And then how are we looking? How are we looking over here? We're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? All right, that's good. Hopefully that gets filled. Did get filled. All right, we're in good shape. Hopefully that there's not some crazy reversal here, but nice pop, pullback. Technically, it did break these lows, but it caught itself at the 1 minute 50 EMA, and we didn't really break the intraday low. So I'm liking this push to the upside. I'm liking this kind of trend line. That's a steep one, but like regardless, it is a trend line breakout here at 1024. I would just feel a lot more comfortable if we could take out this high from 10 a.m. exactly, which was 932 and a little bit of change. Speaking of which, how's my position? Ooh, almost back to break even. Do I want to take on any actual risk here? It's coming back to me. Let's zoom in a little bit. Enhance. Oh. Do I want to... How do I want to handle this? Fuck. I mean, if it bounces here, like right here, that's beautiful because then my break even is also at a technical level, but it could be a trend reversal, which I'd need to be mindful of. Shit. Is it coming for 300? It might be. I'm getting some alerts that I'm not wanting to hear. Oh. Do I just want to close it? Hang on. Fingers on the trigger. Hang on, where is this? Fingers on the trigger here. Fuck. Looking for buyers to step in right here at 300, which is why you can see me very quickly getting to close this. Come on, come in here. We're right at this 1 minute. Hopefully the 1 minute gets saved again. Which would actually, if, and like this is now kind of getting to the point of praying, but if it does get saved right here, you have a beautiful trend line breakout to play. But that's, like I said, a giant if. Like I need buyers to step in. I mean, it's the 1 minute 50 EMA. It's 300. It's a psychological level.
Order filled.
What the fuck was that? Oh, the take profit. I must have not moved that. I started trading that one independently. Maybe that was a smart move.
Buy high,
Shit.
cry later.
Come on. Any luck at all? I'm getting ready. Take profit got knocked out because I just didn't update the risk on it. That's fine.
It's a cry for help.
Come on. Will it get back up here? Come on. Not looking the best at the moment. If it can get back above 300, I think I might be fine. What one was that one? 648.
Order canceled.
All right. 648. I just had to clean up those orders. I had random pending orders that were not smart for me to have. Come on. Can it get back up? It's just the battle of 300. I have a 50-50 shot here. Are the buyers stepping up or nah? I'm down a little bit. As you can see, my max risk is not much. And it did get smacked right there. Come on. Get back above 300. Big test right here. Do we hold or don't we? SPX is at 920, which is kind of the bottom of the zone. Oh, brother. They're not making this one easy. They're not making catching this second wave, this second impulse that easy. If we can quickly revert the drop that we had 3 minutes ago, easy play. But it's a big if. We just don't know what they're going to do. Fuck. Come on. Get above 300. What's this high? This is like 304, 305. If we can hold above that, I'm actually feeling good. And I'll get back in on that take profit play. But it's a big if. Come on. Patience, patience, patience. How's the options flow looking? This is what's been messing. Yeah, look at that. SPY tried to get recovered, and then boom, at 10:33 just got murked. Someone bought puts, sold a bunch of calls. The calls were trying to get back positive, and it just got annihilated. We were looking good, and then someone started splashing the pod exactly at 10:33. Mag 7 still holding, which is making me optimistic, but the Nasdaq got hit. Ugh. So we have some individual Mag 7 names that are like showing some strength, but we're in treacherous waters. The 500 tick is under VWAP. No, it's not. It's not even close to VWAP. It's greatly above it. You're probably anchoring it to the 9:30 market open, which is not the way to do it on the NASDAQ if you're trading NQ. If you're doing that, you have to base it off the 6 p.m. actual market open. But I promise you, we are greatly above VWAP. Fuck, dude. We are just not getting above it. Just so you know, VWAP's all the way down here. 25,205 all the way down at the bottom of your screen. I assume if you're seeing it up here, it's because you're doing it. Hang on. Dude, are we holding 300 or not? Make a decision. Obviously, if we don't hold it, I'm dumping my position. I think that goes without saying. Dude, it is struggling here. What a battle we are having. What a battle we are having. Your new studio is looking fresh, Matt? That's very kind. Thank you. Come on. Go. Come on. See, we double right here, 300. The battle is 920, it seems, on SPX. I really need it above 30. Oh, do I want to go long? I'm thinking only about the other take profit account, the one that accidentally got closed out. Like, it just hit the stop that I forgot to move because I was no longer copy trading it because it had different profit targets. Do I want to go long right here on it? I mean, the risk isn't that bad. It's like 15 points of risk. That's $300. So if it gets hit, it's still positive on the day. But I'm not so convinced on the momentum right now. Not so convinced on the momentum.
Order
All right,
submitted.
I'll put a pending order in on the breakout for that take profit account, just the take profit account. The other ones are already in a position that I'm attempting to manage. But I just wanted to show you that I'm playing. If it goes, you'll hear the order filled if we actually get the breakout. And then obviously the risk is well defined. Even if it gets clocked, it's still green on the day. I just need a little bit of love to be shown to SPX, and I really need it to hold 920 here. Where are we with respect to the Orbo?
Order filled.
All right. As you heard, that take profit now got back into a position.
Order submitted.
And I'm just putting in the stop at 83. So I am trading that one independently from the rest. So this highlighted one right here, that's unrealized, still has green. That one is being traded separately just because of where the account's at. And just to show it to you, where is this? Here. So it just took the long at 304. The risk is 83. And like I said, I am trading that independently. And it could go for like 75 points.
Order
So,
submitted.
That's just for this one individual account. The other ones, I'm still in that original position. Shit. Feels like I've been saying that a lot today. Uh-oh. Did I get Come on, 300. Little fake out above 300. Don't be a fake out. I see buyers at 290. I'm really hoping they could protect me. Or I'm hoping we don't even break 300 right here in all reality. But I guess if the market's not accepting of that level, it's not accepting. So I'm going to feel way more comfortable on this trend line breakout. We popped all morning, lower highs since then from 10:01 to 10:32. It was right here. This drop was that huge dump in SPX calls that we saw. Come on. Come on. Come on. Maybe we need a little bit of Kohrs on the cob here to really get the market going. A little bit of Kohrs on the cob. Where are these playlists? Right here. The Cobb. First song, I'll be back in the green. That's optimistic. Come on. I'm just trying to get... I've been in this position for a minute. Maybe I should have done the break even, but that was so quick. That was just a large options dump. Those buyers at 90 have now disappeared, unfortunately for me. Unfortunately for me. Come on, brother. Yeah. I try to take on the take profit right here, 1042. I try to play this recovery. Part of me is wondering if I should update to 90, just save myself 8 points. I could be a little bit more loose with it because I am playing with the house's money. My risk is within the profit of my first trade, so I'm fine anyway. But it's a battle to grab this. I mean, I feel like this move right here was a kind of a brutal fake out thus far. Who knows where this is going to go? Market makers are just sweeping stops. Maybe. I think it's easier to blame shit on like this unknown entity such as a market maker rather than like just your own trading. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but I think to be successful in this game you have to have a little bit of like self-ownership. Take a poll, bullish or bearish. Type in 1 in the chat if you're bullish, 2 if you're bearish. We'll do it from people who are actively listening and paying attention. 1 if you are bullish from here intraday. 2 if you are bearish from here intraday. Between now and 4 p.m. 1 for bullish, 2 for bearish. 1 1 1 1 1. Couple twos. We got a 0. Okay, more 2s are coming in. Rumble's bullish. Rumble's coming in all 1s. I think the 1s are winning. There are a couple 0s. Couple 2s for sure, but I think 1s are to revert to VWAP. That's fair. That's totally possible. I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but totally possible. Totally possible. This trade almost got back to break even for me, which was nice for a second there. Come on, brother. All right, forgot to put in those orders. Damn, dude. Double rejection right here. 1 minute's a little bit on the struggle bus. It just, like, it's trying to get going. It just can't get the escape velocity. We popped. It was a lower high. Smashed right back down. Up, is it going to go? Nope. Up, is it going to go? No, it's just like, it's having the worst time getting the escape velocity it needs. Fortunately, it's not actually breaking down, like, knock on wood, who knows how it's going to go, but you can see, like, it just doesn't have, as of now, the follow through that it needs to, like, actually get going. You can see it in a bit more detail here on the 100 tick, but it got smashed hard, popped, consolidated, try to get going, nope. Try to get going, nope. Like, I don't know. It's anyone's game right now. It really is, because we're breaking out. We're not breaking out, but we're also not breaking down. We're just pinned to this key level of 300. We go up by about 15 points, smash, down by about 15 points, pop. Like, just gotta wait her out. And honestly, what I think is actually more indicative of this one is SPX, which is not looking so good. not look like it's, you can see we ripped above 25, try to get going. Nope, smashed down. Try to get going. Someone smashed at 933. Try to get going again. It's just struggling. I care a lot about that trend line. I want 20 to get held. More importantly, I want above 25 is good. Above 30 is the actual breakout. So today's actually kind of simple. You're watching 20, 25, 30, at least as of the current setup. Yeah, now we're in some of this negative gamma. Yeah, right here. 20, 25, 30. Negative, positive, big negative. Fuck. Well, we had an exciting move at first, and now I'm almost questioning if we should have just called it there, because ever since 10, we haven't really done anything. The move was the first 30 minutes, and now we are watching paint dry. Choppy sideways. Of course, a new trend can get established at any moment, for sure. I'm just commenting on right now. Not much has happened. Qs are almost perfectly sideways. SPY just kind of gave back its earlier gain. I'm not liking this setup for me. Lower highs, lower lows. I'm kind of unfortunately hoping for a trend reversal here on the S&P 500. The NASDAQ on a relative basis, it is stronger, which is why I'm bullish on the NASDAQ. That is holding nicer. Obviously, a similar trend line, but even this, like, look how just sideways shitty choppy it is. Fuck. Not feeling the best. I just have to wait for this. Basically, I'm waiting for that level consolidation to break. And it might be breaking against me, unfortunately. There are some buyers at 90. Maybe they can pop it back up, but honestly, if this starts to crack and we don't hold 300, I might just take whatever profits I have on the day and call it exactly a day, because I mean, we're clearly in a hold pattern waiting for Nvidia's earnings. So like, I don't think it's necessarily the day to bet on pulling a rabbit out of a magic hat. We're just Nvidia, world's biggest, most influential company in the public market right now, reports after the market closes, and you could see people try to buy it, and now they're not doing anything. Fuck, I'm about to get knocked. Come on. Pop it. Pop it. Pippity pop it. This is not looking good for me. Do I want to close? Fingers on the trigger. Can I save myself a couple points, or am I going to get lucky with a pop? It just keeps reverting back to 300. Sometimes this is what it is. Knife time? I actually still have it because I was cleaning up some boxes last night. I do have the threatening box cutter knife, but didn't help us the most. Ooh, wait, SPY's getting a little bit of a pop right now. Hang on. A little bit of a pop. Watch 25. I might get absurdly lucky on this. Or maybe I get absurdly unlucky. Yeah. We're pinned between 20 and 25 on SPX. We're pinned roughly around 300 on NQ. It's just patience. When it has no clear direction like this, there's just really no trade to be made. Obviously, I wish I had no trade. I had a trade before this where I thought it was trending up, and now I'm babying this position that I wish I weren't in, just because like the trend obviously stopped, but it hasn't stopped enough to actually knock me out. So I'm just stuck with a position that I'm forced to watch. But if I were you guys, well, I'm not going to have to watch it much longer. We're getting awfully close to this knockout.
Order filled.
Yep. All right, officially got knocked out. So still green on the day. I gave some of it back. Like I said, I was playing with the house's money. It's just the trend is starting to show legitimate weakness. So yeah, someone is in chat saying grind city. It's exactly that. It's grind city, and I just have to wait. And who knows? Maybe there is no additional good trade from here. That might be it. And if it isn't on the day, that's fine. I made money. I did my job. I gave back about half my gains, unfortunately, but hey, green is still green. And I took a good trade. It popped, it pulled back, got knocked out, tried to take another trade right there. Same play, pretty much a similar setup, honestly. It's just this one started to break down while the first one went. So 2 trades, 1 winner, 1 loser, obviously netting out to put me about 7K in profit. So I'm still happy with it. It's just right now we had this nice pop and it's giving it back. And to be fair, the NASDAQ is attempting to hold. The issue here is SPX. And there is, a downside gap fill to 900 flat. Right there, 899. There is a downside gap fill on SPX. It might be going for that. But now we're starting to see a bit of a hit. Bullish. Momentum's still bullish, but I suppose that could be changing on a moment's notice. I suppose that could change on a moment's notice. So right now, folks, it's, kind of as we were talking about this in the Discord yesterday, but also as I was alluding to in today's market prep, we just have to wait. It's thus far kind of a holding pattern. Obviously, a bullish opinion was represented in the tech sector early this morning. Since then, nothing's really going on. Nvidia catching a little bit of a pop. I'll be watching that. But right now, I'm honestly just kind of waiting for a trend line breakout. If it breaks down, I'm not playing it because it's against momentum. So I'm kind of honestly just waiting for this breakout. And if we get the breakout, I'll wait for Icarus to fire. And if Icarus does fire after the breakout, I'll take that long. And other than that, if this is a full-on reversal, well, I don't want to be involved in it because it's anti-trend. 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minutes all bullish. 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minutes all bullish. It was the 4 hours. So I just need to be patient. Capital, just saving my capital, waiting for like a more reasonable setup. SPX just got cracked there, not holding 90. It might be going for this downside gap fill to 900, something to be cognizant of on the day. The intraday low is right here, 915. Yeah, downside gap fill all the way to the high from yesterday at 899.17. So paying attention to that for sure. Yeah, we just fell out of this box on NQ. And of course, I'm as zoomed in as you could be on the 1 minute. But at this point, you just have to wait. I wouldn't arbitrarily be bullish here, but I also wouldn't arbitrarily be bearish because it's only the shortest time frame that's actually breaking bearish. So right now, mixed across the board. I mean, you could even look at the flow. Mag 7 is actually kind of strong while the S&P 500 is weak. So they're just telling 2 completely different stories. So the easiest way for your own sanity here is honestly probably just to chill and wait for it to either all agree on the bullish side or all agree on the bearish side. And maybe you get some movement, especially later on today. Like maybe people get excited about Nvidia, or maybe they get the opposite and we have a strong bearish trend. That's possible. But just on a day like today, obviously you have the market's reaction showing its opinion on the State of the Union. And then from there, from here on out, we're kind of, hang on, let me pause this for a second. From here on out, we're kind of just waiting on Nvidia. As of now, the implied move is about 5.5%. So that's billions of dollars in market cap. And we're going to be finding out at 4:20 today. So 20 minutes after regular trading hours, after the market closes, that's when we first get the numbers from Nvidia. And then later on around 5:30 is where you're going to be getting the earnings call. So I just want to put that on your radar. Don't be so surprised if the main move of the day is already over. You know, I was about to say I wish I never took that second trade, but that was a legitimately good setup, and it just didn't pay. So I'm not going to be too harsh on myself for that one because it really was a quality setup. So if I see another setup today, I'm still probably going to take it. Like I said, no pattern day trading when it comes to the world of trading. So I'm stoked about that. I'm going to go in the Discord, trade with those guys, see if we can see some opportunity and just kind of go from there. Like I said, if you want to join up in the Discord over here, you can find it. Just GoonieTrading.com. It's in the description of the video. And shout out to Lucid right now. They are running one of the best deals you could take advantage of. Code Goonie for your first 2 will get you 50% off, which is a big discount on Lucid. Actually, it's a really, really good deal on Lucid. And that's for your first 2 using that code Goonie. Folks, that's what I have for you. I do appreciate all the good vibes. Right now, just preserve your capital. Wait for the setup. Don't just arbitrarily take stabs at the market. Definitely don't size up. Just wait for it to be there and understand that maybe the signals are just not coming today. I'd prefer it continue to be bullish just because those medium time frames, the 5, the 10, the 30 minute are all bullish. So I'm basically waiting to see if the 1 minute can cross back over in the bullish direction. And if it does, yeah, I'm taking that trade. So just want to call that out. Be ready for the Nvidia earnings. And then once again, tomorrow morning, we will be streaming. And in between now and then, we're also going to be posting a bunch of content. So make sure you like, subscribe, and most importantly, turn on those notifications so you don't miss anything. That's what I have for you. I appreciate all the good vibes. I'll catch you on the flippity flip. Peace.